Welcome back to the new video. In the previous videos, we discussed about the introduction to the pgAdmin and Postgres. So in this video, we're gonna be using Postgres to create a new table. So let's try this out for real. So first thing first, I want you to download a CSV file that is the capital. I want you to download it. I'm gonna provide it in the description. So please download it and view the file in the Visual Studio. So I'll just check out the capitals. Mm, capital. Where is it? Here's the file. Capitals, right? I'm going to this one. This one. Okay, successfully opening in the Visual Studio. So here you can see each line contains a separated record, and each of these records separated by comma to show that they are distinct values. The first line here you can see ID, country, and capital in our CSV happens to be header, so it's kind of like that header row. So here there were total three fields. First one is ID, country, and capital. We are going to create a table for it in our database in the pgAdmin. We're going to using this data to figure out how we're going to create our table. Here there is a perfect primary key which is our ID. Here you can see those were the what are they called are records. Those were unique for each of them because all of them were unique. Next, country field. This is the text, and we can define it as a varchar 45 because I know that I know the fact that all of the countries listed here were less than 45 characters, and similarly to the capital as well. So the structure is going to be, I'm going to show you by using this pgAdmin. So first thing first, let's go to the pgAdmin, and whenever you go into the pgAdmin it will show the home like this, and press the server, and here this will ask the password that you have given when you are installed this pgAdmin. So let's enter the password now. Okay, so here you go. This one's like this, and there were databases, and here you can see there were total. I've got two databases. First one is default one, this one's the Postgres, and second one is world. I'm going to create a new database by clicking right click on the databases and create a database. I'm gonna give it as a name world 1. World 1. This one's the world, and I'm gonna create a world 1. And the default owner is Postgres. You can give another name, whatever you want. So I'll just leave it as it is. So and save it. So here you can see our world has been successfully created. World 1. So first thing you gotta go to the schemas and check out the tables. So here you can see we got total 0 tables over here. So let's go ahead and create a table. Having selected this world database, uh, click on the query tool. This is the place in the pgAdmin where we can write SQL code. Let's let's create a table named capitals. We got to follow some rules, so I'll show you how what those were. First thing I'm gonna do is to use the command create. You can use small or capitals, whatever you are comfortable at. Table. Make sure you're not making any typos. Capitals. This was a table name, and there must be end of the table. There must be a semicolon. Otherwise, it'll give you an error. Mm, So first one needs to be an ID. As you can see, first one needs to be an ID. So this one's an integer, and it must be an integer, and it must be a primary key, and it needs to be a unique one. So I simply give a serial. So what it will do, it will auto increment with, even if we didn't give the ID number, it will auto increment the ID based on the previous one. So you'll understand when I did. And the next thing is primary key. So other thing it will do is to, it will make sure it never kept the thing that is going to be inside into the table is not going to be null. So the next thing is country. As I have told you, country is going to be a varchar 45, and the last one is capitals. Capital. Let's check out the header. Capital country. Okay, make sure those were matches your header names that you are entering. I mean column names. Capital and varchar 45. Here, there's the one thing that you need to remember. You should not add comma here. If you do, you'll encounter an error. So this was the structure to create a table in the Postgres by using the SQL. So let's hit the execute button. So let me enter. Hopefully you get the same output that I got over here, that says query returned successfully in milliseconds. So what I got to do is to right click the table and press the refresh, and here you can see there's a table has been successfully created that named capitals. So I got to do is to check out the table. I'm gonna press the view and edit data, and here I press all rows, or I can select the first 100 rows or last 100 rows or filtered rows. I just press the all rows, so this will show the all rows inside the table, that is id, country and capitals. So I can edit the column names here if I wanted to here, just by pressing over here. Mm, I thought I can. Let me see. There's an option. Maybe I'll press just here and create, not create, refresh, restore, backup, import, reset, statistics, listing, turner, view data, search objects. I mean over here, view data, not this one. Press the properties. Go to the columns. Here you can see you can change the ID to number and wo, or country to QQ. Give a capital one country, something like this. You can change the column names like here, and you can give how much size you want it to the characters, and you can change the integer to float. Whatever you want you can do. Here you can see not null has been activated, and it became a primary key. So this one determines whether it was a primary and not null. So hopefully you understand. If you wanted to make anything, make sure you should save this one, and it's saying column should not be empty. And if I save, everything's gonna be saved. So I have no intention to make my, I mean, change the column names. So I'll just leave it as it is. So press close. Yeah. So nothing's changed. So I hope you guys understand how to create a table in the post admin. So there's no rush for you to be learn new things. So we're gonna go slowly and steadily with consistent. So next thing I wanted you to tell you is, first of all, so let's go to the, make sure you select world one and go to the queries. Select star from capital. Table name is capitals, right? If I press this one, here you go. You got the table, and there is no data right now. So I can add data, but I will teach you how to add or insert data into the table in the next video. So in this video, I just wanted to another thing I wanted to teach you is importing the CSV files. So to import a CSV files into table, first thing you got to do is to go to the table, that is capitals, and right click it and select the import or export data, and find, I mean, select the capital CSV, this one's that one, and leave the format CSV, so default as it is, and go to the options and make sure this one's selected, that one's, this one's, make sure that first line of the code needs to be in a header. So columns. So here you can see it will auto import the id, country and capitals based on the first column, I mean first row in the data csv file. So press ok. Hopefully this process has been started. So hopefully you got this two green successful pop-ups. If you do get it, it means you successfully imported the CSV file into the table. So what next thing you got to do is to go to the table and press the refresh. Here's the refresh. So I refreshed it, and I'll just go to the query tool and select star from capitals. I'll press the execute button. Here you can see now we got all the data that we wanted. So I hope you guys understand how to import the data into the table, import the CSV file data into the table. So this is how we access the data. If you had any issue such as you need to rename your fields, you can simply right click on the properties, and I've told you how to do that, right? I'll again tell you, but I don't want it to, so you know how to do that, right? So so everything is fine now, everything is cool. We get the output that we have envisioned, our predictor that we wanted. So now we can go ahead and use this data in our database, which is what you are going to do be which is what we're going to do in the next lesson. We're going to be using this data into the database. So we're going to building a world capital switch in the next lesson by using this one, I mean capitals, I mean this world database. You'll understand in the next lesson how we're going to be using. So I just wanted to give you a practice or an exercise for you to do. That is, I'm going to provide in another csv file that is flags. So what I want you to do is to create a flags, I mean like this. So import the flag csv file. First thing you got to do is to create a table and import that one into the table. So let me show you how does it look. I'll just FLV. So this one's a flags CSV file. Here you go. Disable non-ASCII highlights. Why? Mm, Here, unfortunately, due to my Windows, we're unable to watching the flag symbols. So don't worry. All we will have to do is to practice. That's all. So don't worry if you didn't get the flag symbols. You just have to get this one. It's enough short forms of the country names. So let's go ahead and create that one. Create the create the another table named flags. Let's go to the database. Where's the database? You can manually create a table as well. Let's go to the create table name flags, create table name gonna be flags, and go and last gonna be a semicolon, and check out the data here. There's an id, name, and flag. Id is gonna be primary, and the serial primary key, and next one is gonna be name. We want to wear car 45, and this were only two, right? Only two characters it will only take, so I'll just gonna use varchar 2, or I just can simply use text. So I'll just use text. That one's the flag text. Don't worry if you don't know anything about text. This is a modern syntax or alternative for varchar. So I'm just going to be using text and press this one and make sure table insert or not by using the refresh, and go to the view or edit data. So it was success. So next thing I wanted to I got to do is to import the table. So I'm gonna import data and change this to flags. So this one's in the downloads. If you are downloading the file, this must be inside in your downloads as well. So I'm gonna press OK. So hopefully it was success. Okay, it was success. It was success, and I'm just going to refresh this table. Okay, and view the table. View all rows. So it was success. So we've imported another new table, that is flags. So hopefully you understand everything that I've explained in this video, and in the next lesson we'll be using this database that we have created right now, uh, and we're gonna be reading the data in our database to create an actual quiz application. So for all and more, I'll see you in the next video. So adios.